Om Namah Shivaya. Shivji Sada Sahai. Om Namah Shivaya. Guruji Sada Sahai. A doctor gets to the heart of the matter. I came to Guruji for the admission of my younger son in the Bachelor of Dental Surgery BDS course, as despite my efforts he could not get admission. I was interested in the Manipal BDS particularly. Guruji blessed my son, who completed his MBBS with a first class in all exams. My elder son is also a doctor who lives in Chandigarh. He is happily married and doing fine professionally in Chandigarh. I am a dental surgeon practicing in Faridabad. After coming under Guruji's Sharan, I have undertaken many difficult jaw surgeries complicated because of the health problems of the patients. But with Guruji's blessings, they all went fine. Patients always came happy out of the surgery and with no complaints. My daughter was trying to get into a fashion design and technology course in the Pearl Academy of Fashion Designing. She passed the written exam and gave a good interview, but was not selected. As I was worried about my daughter's career, I went to Guruji. It was Wednesday, which is not a Sangat day. I knew that, but still I went via Badarpur to Mehroli Road. I met with a serious accident with a DTC bus. I was not injured, but my car was smashed. The bonnet lifted up, the radiator, AC grill, and front lights were damaged. However, the car still ran, and after 15 to 20 kilometers, I reached Guruji's place with the bonnet up. Guruji was not there. I was told Guruji will come very late at night. As I was returning, Guruji's car came in front of me. Guruji saw me. I was standing with folded hands and weeping. Guruji stood there for 5 minutes and went inside. I was offered prasad and langar. Guruji conveyed his message to me that my life had been saved. A new car would come and there was nothing to worry about. I was to return to my house and everything would be fine. I took the car back in the morning. When the Hyundai people came to take my car for repairs, they had to tow it and could not believe it was in a running condition after the accident and that it had moved 50 kilometers with its AC on. As there was no water in the radiator, the battery was not working and the AC was damaged. Still, the car ran for 50 kilometers with Guruji's blessings, and I bought a new car after the accident. Moreover, a special interview call came for my daughter. She got admission on Guruji's birthday, 7th July. I was in Guruji's mandir at 11 a.m. on that day when she was selected. My daughter did very well in her course and has received 2 scholarships. This has all happened with the blessings of Guruji. In the last 2 to 3 years, my practice had entered a dull period. It became hard for me to meet the expenses of the family, fully dependent upon me. I wanted to sell my house and leave the profession. I became frustrated with my financial problems. A devotee told Guruji about my condition, as did my elder son. My problem was solved. With the blessings of Guruji, with the very same clinic, I was able to run my house happily and also pay back my debts. During the time, I just prayed to Guruji. My faith in my Guruji has always paid me back. I have got Guruji's mandir in my home and in my clinic. The Gurbani which we listen to at the Sangat is always played in my clinic. Most of my patients ask about Guruji and enjoy the Gurbani in my clinic. Guruji operates on a patient. 4 to 5 years ago, a 73-year-old woman living in America with her son came to me for a major surgery involving bone grafting of the jaw. US doctors had refused to operate on her because the patient had high BP, which could reach 160 to 180 HGMM and even touch 200 HGMM. In Delhi too, no doctor was keen to operate. I too refused. They persisted. I said I was sorry. The daughter of the patient saw Guruji's photo in my clinic and told me to operate. She believed that since Guruji was with me, Nothing untoward would happen. I arranged for the operation. The operation was done under general anesthesia and took 2 to 3 hours. During the operation, the anesthetist told me twice that the patient was sinking, but it was a successful surgery. The patient told her daughter that she saw Guruji twice, attired in white clothes, and that he talked to her and assured her that she would be all right. There was no problem after the operation, and the lady did not have any swelling or pain. The patient told me she was a follower of Sai Baba, but that Guruji had given her a new life. She took a photograph of Guruji from me. The 73-year-old who had been surviving on painkillers for the last 2 years told me she did not take a single painkiller after the operation. This happened only because of Guruji's blessings. I still think the operation was not done by all the 3 doctors involved in it, but by my Guruji. My friend is helped out. My friend's little girl of 8 years was suffering from a serious heart wall problem and had been advised an operation at a Scots medical center in Delhi. The operation was fixed and I prayed for the girl's health to Guruji and gave the parents the flowers and prasad given by Guruji to me. She was operated upon at the Scots medical center but was very critical. I went to Guruji and he said, Sab theek ho jayega. Everything would be fine. I went again to Scots at 1 o'clock at night and met the parents. They were disturbed. I told them to take the prasad and that everything would be fine. Guruji gave me a photograph to be given to them and he placed it in the girl's room. As Guruji had predicted, the girl recovered. But she became seriously ill after 1 year and was advised another operation. Guruji was at Jalandhar at that time. Guruji told me not to worry, everything would be fine. He said, Tu langar kar, chinta na kar, kudi theek ho jayegi. Have langar, the girl will be okay. She again became all right and is now leading a happy life. Once Guruji went to his hometown in Punjab. I did not come to know of his whereabouts, and after 10 days of not having his darshan, I was unable to sleep and was feeling very upset. I went to Guruji's place after seeing a late night show at PVR Saket with my wife. At the Andheriya turnabout, the front tire of my car burst and my car tilted to one side. I stopped the car and towed it with my wife's help to a place where 2 trucks were parked. I asked one of the drivers to change my tire. They came for help, but believe me, there was no sign of a puncture. Truck drivers took me for a drunk. My wife and I had seen the tire and had towed the car a fair distance. We were shocked and could not go to Guruji's place. At my wife's behest, I got the tire checked at a petrol pump and it was all right. My wife told me to get it checked in Faridabad again. I got the tire open in the morning and the tube and tire were fine. Guruji's blessings had wrought another miracle. There are a few of my experiences. These are a few of my experiences. As there's no end to the sea, there's no end to Guruji's powers. I would like to always live as a follower of Guruji. His basic ABC, don't abuse, blame or curse. My Guruji is God's special gift to mankind. He was born to show people the right way to live life with his blessings. Those who go get his blessings are the luckiest people on earth, and I am one of them. Though I say my Guruji, he's for everybody and not only for me. I came across so many people in daily life, usually patients in my clinic, and they want to know Guruji's name. I tell them Guruji is just known as Guruji. He has no name as God has no name. You can call him Krishna, Rama, Shiva, Sri Guru Nanak Ji and Allah. And Guruji can easily take the devotion you offer in the form you want him to. My Guruji has got the power of Lord Shiva and the spiritual power of Sri Guru Nanak Ji. One's nature changes after meeting the Guru. One becomes a better person with fewer weaknesses and enjoys life more. Guruji's affection can be compared only to the motherly love, where he sees you from wherever he is, his eyes reflect the rays of the divine. Only when you have surrendered yourself to him completely with truth, without ifs and buts and questions, and with full faith, then you feel him inside yourself. I know the only way to seek his blessings is to pray truly. When you pray, the divine feeling of being with Guruji enters you and remains with you. You should never ask for anything in return as written in the Bhagavad Gita. I often ask myself what we can give back to Guruji. My heart says the only thing we can do is to follow his advice faithfully. He rarely asks anyone to do anything. If you are lucky enough, he may, and it is guaranteed that you will always benefit by it. We are all small creatures in front of him, but he takes care of all of us, the same way as a mother takes care of her kids. I would only like to request our Sangat to always think about Guruji and always follow the path shown by Guruji. We should always surrender to him in totality and follow his basic ABC. Never abuse anybody, never blame anybody, never curse anybody, and always wish the best for anybody who comes across us in our daily life. Anantam Shukrana Guru Maharaj.